I'm gonna love you.
Hey everyone, welcome to Coffee with Brian. Alright, this time going to be something a little different. By the way, hey, and I got my coffee, as you can see. I'm going to show you, I'm going to play around with my new toy, this Cameo 3 that I was talking about in an earlier episode. I'm actually going to do another Heath Ledger Joker stencil, a different one. Now, like I said in my last video, last Coffee with Brian, the Cameo was cutting cardstock, pretty heavy cardstock on like 3. So I had some poster board in there, and I thought, hey, we're going to try it. So this might work, this might be horrible. We're going to find out, folks. So I'm going to show you how I do the stencil in the program, and then I'm going to turn it, and I'll show you the Cameo cutting it, and then we'll show me taking it off the mat, whatever, you know what I mean. Alright, anyway, here we go. Now, this is not a letter, so as you can see up here, I need to change this to 12 by 12. No. Oh, here we go. 12 by 12, there we go. As you can see, it changed here to the bigger thing, because that's what I'm doing. Alright, now, we got the page setup done. Alright, now, I want to file, open a new project. I want to get my stencil here. As you can see, I got a whole folder full of them here. And, you can't really see. This one right here is the one I'm getting. So we open that up. As you can see, it put it in our thing. Let me move back over here so you can see. Alright, I'm going to reposition this in the middle. I don't know if I want that bigger. I think I am going to make it just a touch bigger, maybe. So let's increase the size here. Reposition it in the center, because you're going to have overspray when you're using a stencil with spray paint art. So yeah, that looks, so that's going to be about, probably about 9 inches tall, and my small spray paint works are 14 by 22 and the large are 22 by 28. So 9 inches should be, that'll be a good size. We're going to go ahead and cut this out. Alright, now, over here on the right, you'll see I got it highlighted there. Right here. And I'm sorry, I know there's a program out there that'll actually capture your screen on your computer. I apologize, I'm using my phone. I will figure it out in the future. This won't be as low quality. I don't know. I apologize. Alright, we're going to open up trace feature. First, we'll get off of that. We're going to select tracing area right here like this. Alright, see how it all turned yellow? Alright, now we're going to do outline. Alright, see how it all turned outline on me there? Alright, now let's trace it. Alright, now let's move this away. And as you can see, that's what we got right there. That's what's left. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send this. Well, I might. There. Up here in the top. Well, I don't think you can see it. There's a send button. I'm sending it to the Cameo over here. Now, I've got heavy cardstock. Well, I'm going to bump that up to extremely heavy cardstock. Well, this is heavy. I want to do, let's see if there's an option for, good Lord, see, this thing will do just anything, people. Look at all this. There's not an option for poster board because, well, I don't think you're supposed to use poster board. But like I said, I'm cheap and I'm going to figure this out. So, let's do The heavy cardstock, 105 to 122 speed. Now this has it set on 7, and I think this only goes up. No, it'll go to 10. Actually, this thing will go to 10, so I think we're going to be good there. Speed 1, force 33. Let's do, let's just do 1 pass. I don't need 2 passes, I don't think. But let's increase the force if I can. It's not going to let me. Alright, so, well, let's go ahead and do 2 passes. You know, maybe it needs to do 2 passes. Hey, this thing probably knows a lot better than I do, you know what I mean? So, let's go see. Alright, I'm going to send it, and I'm going to turn this around, and you can see it says, alright, we're on cut, and it's on auto blade. Oh, we want cut, of course. Yeah, I want it to cut out. 2 passes, yep, okay. Well, here we go. Let me move you over here, and I will show you. See if I can get a, well, I'll just hold it. How about that? As you can see, this thing auto does the blade. As you can tell over here, it's working. Right now, it is cutting it. As you can see, the paper's moving in. And I believe it's going to do 2 passes on this thing, so I can't tell. Well, I'll tell you folks, it looks like it's actually working. And this is poster board. I'm kind of impressed. I hope I ain't cutting through my mat. I had a couple of stencils that had actually cut through a little bit on my mat, so, and I was using their suggested settings, so you got to kind of play around with it, you know, to get used to stuff. It's noisy too, I'm just going to tell you. Get it close up here. Y'all can see it. It's cutting it out, see? Now this is doing it on speed 1, so we're gonna, this might take a while, folks, I ain't gonna lie. This thing might be a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video off. I probably could have done it on 1 pass, because I don't know if you can see or not, but it looks like it's already cut through the poster board pretty good. Yeah, see, it looks like it's cutting through just fine, so. Alright, let me cut this off. I'll switch the view around, and we'll sit here and talk a little bit. Alright, I spun this around so we can sit here and talk a little bit. See the bear in the background? No, that's not my teddy bear. As you can hear, this thing's still going. It probably will be for a while. So we'll sit here and talk for a little bit, and I'm hoping this works, because like I said in the last video, I've been using the thicker cardstock, but it was cutting it on 3, and I guess this thing will go all the way up to like 10 depth on the blade. I don't know. So I'm hoping it's cutting through it. We're gonna find out. It's gonna do 2 passes, it looks like. So yeah, it's still cutting, folks. If this works, it's gonna be amazing, because I figured I was gonna have to buy a deep cut blade. They actually make another blade for this thing. This is the auto blade that comes with it. When you set the depth in the program, it comes over here and it'll like do like that. and every time it clicks, it's setting the depth, and then once it goes the other way, it clicks and it takes it down. So it automatically does that for you. Now, with the other ones, you had to like set it yourself. You had to come in. There's a little slot on the tray in here. You push it down yourself to set the blade depth, which, you know, not that big a deal, you know. Takes just a couple of seconds, but you know, I like it where it's auto, because I'm still learning this thing. So it would be amazing if this auto blade will cut through poster board. Now this isn't heavy stock poster board. This isn't like what I use for my spray paint art. This is your flimsier poster board, and that's why I had it, because I don't use it for spray paint art. It's too flimsy. You know, it wrinkle or creases easy. I don't like using it. I mean, if I have to in a pinch, I'll use it, but you know, especially for my customers, you know, I try to provide them with some good quality, you know, and so I don't want to use the cheapy flimsy poster board. I like using that heavier, thicker poster board, because it really holds up, and it's good stuff. Let's look at this real quick. I gotta tell you folks, I think this thing gonna cut it just fine. I'm not kidding. It seems to be cutting just fine. I hope it ain't cutting through my mat. If it is, I'm gonna have to buy me another mat. I think they like $9 or $10. Hey, this is an experiment. It's like my wife said, I got a 3 or 4 year warranty on this thing, so you know, I need it for specific tasks. I'm gonna do all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna put, you know, the man, the wife, 4 cats, our kid, blah blah blah, on the van, back of our van. I'm gonna make my wife loves glitter, so I'm gonna get some of that glitter transfer paper, like holographic stuff, and I'm gonna make an iron-on transfer, like cat, really cool holographic rainbow color cat, and put it on a t-shirt for her. And I'm gonna do all kinds of stuff with this. I just ain't gonna make stencils. Trust me, I didn't have my family spend, you know, what was this thing, $300 just for me to make stencils. I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff with this puppy. But the main thing I need it for is, because of my spray paint art, I need this thing to make stencils. And as many of you spray paint artists know, the thicker the stencil, the longer it's going to last, the better it's going to hold up. You know, especially when using paper stencils, your spray paint, it does dry fast, but it is going to bleed through the paper some. That's why I like to use the poster board, because I'll use the gloss side up for my stencil. That way most of the paint does not bleed through the paper. Just where a little bit on the edges of the stencil, you'll get a little seepage there, but it's not too bad, you know. Usually when you're done, if you got very much seepage underneath, just flip your stencil over, wipe that off real good, and then let it dry, and you're good there. But the thicker it is, the longer they're going to last. So if this thing will cut this, which it's still going, as you can hear, it might be going for an hour, because I don't even think it's done the first pass first, and it's supposed to do 2 passes. So this thing gonna be a while. But anyway, like I was saying, if this will do it, man, I can go buy a 5-pack of this kind of poster board at Walmart for like, I don't know what it is, $3, $4. It's not bad. And one sheet, I can get probably 2 stencils out of it. So, you know, it's what are they, 14 by 22. So if I do like a 12 by 10, I'll get, or 12 by 11, I'll get 2 stencils out of it. So that's cool. So for what, $3-4, I'll get, and there's 5 sheets in there, so I'll get 10 stencils minimum. Now if I could go 10 by what is it, 10 by 12? I'd still only get 2. I don't know, I'll figure it out. But, well, letter size is what, 8.5 by 11, so if you go 8.5, 8, 8, 8, that's still 24. It's not, that still ain't gonna work. Anyway, I'll get 10. Hey, 10, that's, what is it, 50 cents a piece, and they'll be a lot thicker, a lot more durable. You know, I won't have to use 50 million little sockets and rocks to hold the edges of my stencil down. That's another thing. With these stencils, the thicker they are, the more durable they are. You don't have to worry about wind catching an edge as much. You don't have to worry about the edges curling up on you. If you use that thinner stencil, like vinyl or any of that other stuff, man, you're going to have to use a bunch of little sockets, a bunch of little pebbles, just a bunch of stuff to hold down different points on the stencil. Or when you spray, it's just going to, the spray itself will create like a burst of wind, and it'll move your stencil, it'll blow up edges. I like these thicker ones better. And you can buy plastic stencils off of like Amazon, eBay, probably Walmart too, I don't know. A lot of art supply stores, but they're not cheap. That's what earlier, another episode when I was talking about a 4-layer Heath Ledger stencil, that was plastic, and that puppy is like 22 bucks. So they ain't cheap. I mean, it's plastic, as long as you wipe it off and don't let paint build up, it probably lasts you forever. So I mean, all in all, $22 investment ain't that bad. Not for a stencil that's gonna last you forever, and you probably be able to make hundreds upon hundreds using that stencil. So, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that's why I'm printing a second Heath Ledger Joker. Very popular. It is very, very extremely popular design. And this thing's still going, folks. This thing over here like Energizer Rabbit. Just goes and goes and goes. I hope I ain't dulling my blade. I mean, these blades aren't bad. I think on Amazon right now you can actually get a 3-pack of these auto blades for like 24 bucks, 25 bucks. It's like $8 a piece. That ain't bad. You know, and if you got Prime, you get free 2-day shipping. If you don't have Prime, with 25 bucks, go find something for 10 bucks and then you get free shipping. Well, wait a minute. Actually, I think they lowered it to, is it 25 now? I don't know, folks. Y'all tell me. I think it might be done. Is it done? Hold on. I think we're done here. Job complete. It's done. Alright. So, let me shoot this up here. This is what it looks like before it's been cut. And it doesn't feel like it went through my mat. But as you can tell on the back side, well, I don't know if you can see or not. It looked like it went through. And I've got a little tearing. It's not too bad. As you can see here. Well, I don't know if you can see or not. Yeah, right. Well, I don't know. Anyway, there's a little tearing in there. Alright, now, there's a little tray here. Let me get my spatula out here. This is how you get them off the thing here. Alright, now, I might have to kind of do, oh yeah, it cut through. Beautiful. This is awesome, folks. I don't have to buy the deep cut blade. I love you, Cameo. You're freaking awesome. Alright, so I got to get up in here. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do it like this. It'll work. You got to kind of use this spatula thing up under here to kind of get it off of here like this. See what I'm talking about? You got to work it up under here. Because this mat is sticky. And it's still relatively new, so you got to kind of work it around here. I am so happy this works. This is where that patience part comes in, folks. I so want to just rip this thing off here. But you can't do that. You do that, and you just wasted your whole stencil. You don't want to do that. You gotta be very careful here, because as you can see, this puppy cut into a lot of areas, Jack. So we gotta kind of be careful here. We don't want to damage this stencil. Trust me, I don't want to damage this puppy. Man, this thing is intricate. I'm trying to get her up here. Alright, so we want to definitely get this little part here up. Alright, there we go. We got her up. Alright, now we're going to get up in here. Yeah, you got to be careful, folks. Because if you go really ripping this off here, you're going to tear your stencil. And you do not want that, trust me. Because this thing takes forever to cut anything, I'm just going to tell you. Alright, now we're going to start working from this side here. Yep, just like this. Yep, come on. See, my mat is not as bad as it was. When I first cut stencils, man, I thought I was going to rip everything getting it off of here. That is horrible, man. But I read up and watched some videos, and they said that the more you use this mat, the less it messes with you, you know what I mean? Beautiful. And then, of course, you got the other parts you got to peel off. But let's get her up here so you can see here. Let me get this around here. Good Lord, this selfie stick is horrible. I gotta get a better selfie stick, y'all. Alright. Well, kind of crooked, isn't it? Alright. And here we go, folks. Boom. Isn't that beautiful? And that thing is a lot more sturdy than that other stuff. Now, I've been wanting one of these for a while. Now, this isn't the 4-layer one. I would really love that 4-layer one, but because then you can do, you've got a layer, because as many people know, Heath Ledger Joker, you know, white face, red on his mouth, right in here, this is all red, black in here, green hair, you know, so you got the one layer for the white, you got one layer for the red, you got one layer for the black, you got one layer for the green, so it's a 4-layer stencil. But this will do silhouettes just fine, and if I'm really, really careful, as you can see, if I'll go ahead and do the black, and then if I'm really, really careful, I can kind of cover all this up, and I can spray this part red, and then if I'm also really careful, I can do a blend, cover all this up, and this hair part, I can do a blend of a dark green and a black, and this is gonna look awesome. So, and this is steady. I mean, it bends a little bit, but look at that. And this is a 12-inch. Look, it just barely, and it'd been cut. It's just barely bending over. That other stuff would be like this. Not this. This heavier stuff. This is actual poster board, Jack. Oh, I'm a happy camper right now, folks. I am a happy, happy camper. Alright, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to finish getting this part off my mat. I'll actually save these pieces too. But I will save these. Waste not, want not. I don't even know where that come from. Who said that? Didn't Benjamin Franklin say that or something? I don't know. Anyway, I'm happy. My little test worked. This auto blade cut it out just fine. I'm happy with that. I don't think it really needed 2 passes. But, so the next time, I'm going to try it with 1 pass. And we'll see how that goes. So, anyway, I'm getting off here. I love y'all. Be good to each other. And I'll see you again real soon. Thank you for watching, everyone. Remember, click on my goofy little mug down there to subscribe to my channel. Smash that like button to show me some love and support. And leave me comments down below in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about the video, what you'd like to see in the future, or just how your day's been. Doesn't matter. Just leave me a comment. And as always, folks, I love y'all. Thank you for showing your support, and I'll see you again real soon, folks.